sorry about Beverly Payne, Johnson, sincerely. I am.
Isn't killing her enough for you people?
Look, you blame us, I know.
But it's not our fault, Johnson.
Beverly Payne frustrated the system. So the system fought back with every... Look, Johnson, people who ram their heads against a wall eventually die. Privilege of freedom, I guess.
This is a privilege of freedom, huh?
Don't be stupid. People like Beverly Payne destroy themselves. I came here to offer you a compromise.
Compromise? This is my property!
This property was illegally transferred in anticipation of death. Look, either way belongs to us.
You're wrong. You are wrong!
What do you think this country is about, Johnson? It's about housing, education, defense, welfare, Medicare, highways, Social Security. It's about taxes, Johnson. She was a fool. Leave. Leave. Johnson, don't.
Now!
Well, then you're the fool, Johnson. I'm the United States Treasury. What are you?
What?
You can't beat the United States government, Johnson. Not in a million years. The taxes will be paid. We get it one way, we get it another. But we will get it.
I have something to say! Turn around here, officer. Right here, sir. I declare war on the Internal Revenue Service of the United States. I'm challenging the right of the IRS to assess, harass, intimidate, and seize property of the citizens without due process. I'm challenging the right of the IRS to destroy people. People like Beverly Payne. Yeah, the God that gave us life, gave us liberty. At the same time, I think that most of you people will understand
Is it
that what
a
I'm
new
doing
show or
today
something?
is trying to keep those liberties alive. I declare war on the IRS and all the little men who have become their tyrants. At the same time, I think most of you people will understand.
Mommy, it's real! Dad's on television!
We Americans have risen up against tyranny before, and we will rise up again. In the words of another patriot, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God. It's time that somebody did something. He tried to kill me, you idiot!
I'm damned offended about the politics you used to get me out here.
They suggested we could depend on your full cooperation.
Reckless driving. Unlicensed vehicle on a state highway. $200 damage to a barn and 4 dead chickens. What the hell do you want with the Army?
He has declared war on the Internal Revenue Service.
Well, if declaring war is against the law, he should be in jail, not conquered. Lady, you're talking to the United States Army.
And you are talking to the United States Treasury, Major Andrew.
I don't think he's coming out of there.
Let me have that bullhorn.
Hey there, young fella. can you hear me? Look, son, we don't want to have to do anything drastic now. Why don't you just come on out and let's talk this whole thing over? Are you listening?
Good night.
It's not the first.
You want me to hard charge in there with the whole damn army and blast some demented boy shooting arrows?
They're messages. It's the same every time.
And why don't you get him the damn TV cameras?
There's a press blackout.
By the saints, I won't do it.
I think you will, Major.
You want him alive, you get him out of there. When I come back, I'm gonna level that cracker barrel.
Informed sources here say the hostages are actually Johnson's family, who have joined him in this courageous last battle to keep his home. There have been no formal charges, as far as we can tell, no court orders, only demands from the IRS, and they've refused comment. All America is watching tonight. Some here call this Harry's War. But could it be that he is actually fighting for us all?
No questions cleared.
Get back! Get back! He's crazy. He's a madman.
I'm no madman. I admit that I'm a little angry, but I've never been more sane, or seen things more clearly, or understood things so well.
You said you wanted to make a deal?
I want an honest hearing.
You got it. Give you my word, I promise.
You promise? What are you talking about? Who are you to promise me anything? Are you a judge? You tried to prosecute me. Are you trying to judge me now, too? I want them to judge.
You're ridiculous. That's impossible. It's illegal.
Illegal? A trial by a jury of my peers, that's guaranteed to me by the Constitution. Is the IRS more important than that?
Look, Johnson.
Is the IRS above the Constitution of the United States, Mr. Solera? Okay. The case of Harry Johnson versus the Internal Revenue Service. You can all see the government case. I'm looking right down the barrel of it. My case is so simple, it frightens people like this. With all their might and machinery and rules and confusion, they never bother with the one fact that's so simple. Who told them they could tax us? Who gave them the power to tax us? Did you? I didn't. I'm not at war with this country. I'm not even particularly against taxes. But when Mr. Solera and his people think they have the right to come in here and seize my property without the due process of law, well, something's the matter. If I were accused of murder, I'd have more legal rights than I knew what to do with. But when the IRS audits you, they make you think you don't have any rights at all. They make their own laws, and they administer them, and they enforce them, and they prosecute them, and they judge them. All that power in one place, boy. Hitler would have loved the IRS. So would Napoleon and Caesar. They'd understand it. I don't. Government doesn't have any right to do anything but what we give it. And they're supposed to protect us from what the IRS is doing in the name of government. That's what this is all about. That's all.